So I finally finished playing Star Wars Squadrons, and I gotta say, this game proves to be more than just your typical flight simulator. What I'm going to be focusing on in this video is the single player mode for this game. There's a lot to cover, so I'm going to be splitting this video into parts. Without further ado, let's begin. Star Wars Squadrons was announced on EA Play on June 18, 2020. We were able to see a glimpse of what this game was going to be about and what to expect. What we got from the presentation was a trailer and some gameplay. I remember seeing this live and being pretty stoked about it, as the only time I have played a Star Wars flight sim was through Battlefront 2 Starfighter Assault Mode. Anyways, the game was set to hit stores on October 2, so I had already planned out on getting this game upon release date. The only thing that stopped me from getting it was the fact that I decided to get a Nintendo Switch instead, alongside with Super Smash Bros. 2 months go by and I see this game is being put on sale a ton, so I decided to pick up the physical copy and try it out. Let's just say that after playing Squadrons, this game proved to be more than just your typical flight sim game, and here's why. Since I'm going to be focusing only on the single player mode for now, it's worth mentioning that I will be playing multiplayer very soon. I might make it into a video someday or maybe just stream it, just depends. Let's begin with the introduction of the game. The game starts us off by customizing 2 pilots, one for the New Republic and one for the Empire. We get a decent variety of looks alongside some voices to choose from. The only downside to this, I think personally, is that you won't be able to see your pilot much nor hear him talk. Just taunt every once in a while when doing a mission. But in the end, it's the thought that counts when making these pilots. So after completing the way you want your pilots to look, we finally begin our game. Well, a prologue. The prologue shows us 2 of the main characters, Lyndon Javes and Teresa, both working for the Empire. We see that later in the game, Lyndon Javes betrays the Empire by protecting some members of the New Republic that went into hiding in a cargo hold. Teresa, of course not liking this, decides to make you and her go after him. Luckily, the New Republic steps in and helps him out. 4 years go by, and Lyndon Javes is a commander for the top secret project called the Starhawk, a weapon that's sole purpose is to take out the Empire. What this game reminds me of is Rogue One, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that film, I recommend it. The way I find this game to be similar to that film is because both of them revolve around a secret ship. On Rogue One, we got the Death Star, and on Squadrons, we got the Starhawk. The only difference between these 2 stories is that Squadrons revolves more around the pilots, and both teams try to take out each other strategically but in space. And that's basically the story. The Empire trying to destroy Project Starhawk while the New Republic tries using it against them. Nothing too huge, but overall a 9 out of 10 campaign in my opinion. The campaign isn't too long, as I was able to complete it in a week. There are only 14 missions and you are able to replay them at any time. Let's get into meeting the squads you will be rolling with throughout the game. First up is Vanguard Squadron, pilots for the New Republic. The pilots for this squadron are Gunny, who is the captain, Keo, Grace, and Frisk. Out of all the members, Frisk was one of the most funniest and caring in this game. I was actually on board with this character, as the only other most known reptile figure is Bosk. Both of them share a similar background when it comes to hunting and gathering. But Frisk really shows a total different side to him, thanks to his squadron, a good character in my book. Keo is also another good pilot, as the Force is strong with her. We see this throughout most of the missions. The way she acts and talks shows it. I mean, she wouldn't make a bad Jedi if she wants to become one. Finally, let's meet Titan Squad, pilots for the Empire. The pilots for this squadron are Gray as the captain, Shen, Sol, and Von Reg. Let me just say that Shen has one of the coolest looks to him, a battle-scarred helmet alongside a chillin' voice. Shen has really put me to wonder more about his past while playing, so whenever an opportunity came up where we could listen to him speak, it was really riveting. Von Reg was also a good Imperial pilot. Her persona was on point, as all she wanted to do was hunt down New Republic fighters even after retirement. Both Vanguard and Titan Squadrons have unique characters, but also show what side they are truly fighting for. Besides the single player mode having a good campaign and squadrons to fly alongside, let's now draw our attention to the in-game controls of flying the ships. Squadrons allows you to play with 4 different ships, the class of X-Wing and TIE Fighters, Interceptors, Support Crafts, and Bombers. You already know no one can go wrong when using an X-Wing or TIE Fighter. Each ship has different abilities, some are faster and others provide more support. But the game allows you to play through all those types in order to find one that you are most comfortable with. Another feature that comes with flying any ship is controlling where you want power to go to. You can send power to your engine to give you more boost, maybe you want blasters to have less overheating, or more shield protection. This game gives you choices to choose from when flying your ship. Here's a side note, Squadrons also lets you look around the inside of the ship while flying, which is pretty nice. I can't wait to experience it on the VR, as I'm sure the game is twice as good there. So is Squadrons a good flight sim in the Star Wars franchise? Well, I'd say it is, because the game offers a good campaign with multiple characters to interact with. It also offers training to those who perhaps haven't played any flying sim before. It's also totally different to Starfighter Assault, and has some good graphics while playing the game. The good thing about this game is that you feel as if you're actually in space fighting for a cause. It's such an immersive experience while also allowing you to venture into the eyes of both the Empire and New Republic.